Neil, a 1-0 win, what a performance. 2 wins on the bounce for the first time this season. What did you make of that game?
It was always going to be a tough game, wasn't it? Very little in the game, I thought. They grew into it, I thought, second half after we'd scored. Made some good substitutions and good rotations. But once we changed our shape, that's a problem with this 5 substitutions. Shapes can change very quickly, and they got some good technical players and they were dropping in pockets. So we decided from the bench to change it and go with the box and go 4-2-2-2 if there's such a formation. Just to try and get back into the middle of the pitch, because as we know, you've got some real creative players in there. But I thought we defended superbly throughout. First half, though, we were really good. Second half, obviously we scored a good goal. We caused them problems from set pieces. But generally, our structure defensively as a team was very good. And I think you've seen, as I've said numerous times, the lads have grafted, worked really hard. Lads who've come in, who've been out, not seeing much. Obviously, Joe Mattock injured and Josh unable to play. Young lads have come in, and young Josh Shaw and Andy in goal, changing goal as well. So overall, to come here and win whatever score is good, because these are a very good team who have won 3 or 4 on the bounce.
Yeah, and in the first half I thought very quick out the blocks. Team, you spoke about belief these last few weeks. It looked like the team had belief to get the ball into the back of the net, and chances from set pieces in the first half eventually paid off, and Chris Doyle there again to knock the ball home.
Yeah, bullet header. I'd like to see that back, because it looked like a really flat free kick from Lee. And as you say, Chris is always a danger. But we did cause them problems. They made some great defensive headers. One of the back post first half from Scott Duxbury was fantastic. I think it took it off Chris's head actually. It was an unbelievable header. So yeah, we caused them problems. But it was always going to be a tight game. We've always had tight games. Even last year, was it 3-2 to us, 3-2 to them, and 1-0 to us this year. So always tight games. But yeah, just where we are at the moment, it's just good to get 3 points.
Yeah, and after the goal, obviously, in the end, getting the 3 points, it wasn't an easy watch from us in the media box or the fans, I'm sure. I don't know about yourself, but the way the team handled the last 20 or so minutes with the constant press from Radcliffe getting forward was superb, I thought.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier. I was made up with the way they did defend. They were coming at us from all angles. Fairly comfortable on the ball, aren't they, in most areas, so you're always going to cause us problems, but we defended well. And as I say, once we changed it and filled the midfield a little bit more, because you were playing through us, centre halves were stepping in, dropping it off to Sargent, who I thought was very good. He was then driving through us, so we just had to try and stop that structure, and we did that. But they still came at us, because, as I say, good teams, good players will cause you problems. But from my perspective of our team, as I said before, they never stop. What you see is what you get. They're going to make mistakes, but it's not very often they lack for effort and commitment, and I've said that throughout the season, and that was in abundance again today.
Yeah, and you've pinpointed a few players there today, but obviously Chris Doyle got the goal. I thought, aside from the goal itself, he was superb at the back, and he was purely down to the fact that we kept the clean sheet today. Superb clearances at the end and commanded the side to
I thought the back four played well, considering James Butler's not played a lot of football in recent weeks, to come out the cold, and he hasn't even come off the bench really, has he? A couple of minutes. But to come in and put up his performance in like that, I think he headed everything. I think he might have headed one of them seagulls that had just gone past. He headed that much. He had him and Chris, done really well. Obviously Brownie alongside him, experienced. Not much gets past James, as we know. And then, but I was really made up with young Josh on the other side, because it's his first real opportunity to play in his position at left back, because the other 2 games he played left wing back. He's not trained with us. It's new to him in terms of the style of football of the league and how physical it is. I thought he grew into the game, won some important headers, made some good decisions. Do you remember when these lads are coming out the 23s football, they're not used to back to front and helping things on and second balling, so it's all new. So, but I was made up with him. He'd done really well and defended the back post really well, and grew into the game, I thought. So yeah, as a team, Lee Whelan in front of them with Harvey, Jack, Finn, obviously Callum on one side and Bobby, and then obviously all the lads that came on subs had the part to play, and that part to play was to make sure that we kept the clean sheet. But scary moments, as you say, ball's ricocheting around the box at times, but I don't think Andy's had that much to do. And what he did do, he done really well, come for stuff, which always helps. So yeah, as I say, it's to come here and against a very good team, to win 1-0 is great.
Yeah, and winning 1-0 moved us outside the relegation zone again. How happy are you for those fans who have travelled down to Manchester?
I'm always happy for the fans when we can win football matches. You know, that's what we're here to do, isn't it? And we always knew that it was going to be a tough. Well, I always knew. I don't know if anyone else did, but I always knew. And Gary Jones, who works with me, we always know how difficult it was going to be to step up to us as a club, as a team. And you know, Radcliffe have done the same and got better as they've gone on. Football's all about players, you know, and I think they've strengthened, we strengthened, but then players aren't always there when you want them, you know, and people I know get, you know, where we should be and what we should be, but football's about players. I think if you give us the players, or we can get the players, then we can usually get them in a structure that allows us to be more competitive in football matches. We're getting there. You know, we'll be adding again this week. There'll be 2 more players coming in next week in time for Spennymoor, so that'll add to the group of what we've got. Obviously, Matty's out at the moment. He's gone out to get some game time, which is great. At a good club at Ashton with Steve, so that'll be really good. Brad's doing well at Hyde, so you know. It's key now that we build on this. As you said before, I was waiting for someone to ask me the question, when are you going to win 3 games in a row? I'm just glad to get 2. So we've got a real tough game now. It's Spennymoor, who I believe have had a great win away from home today. So yeah, we look forward to that. Well, we don't look forward to it, but it's another game, and you know, we'll see what that brings us.
Cheers, Neil.
Thank you.